I watched another episode of Space 1999.
What?
Yeah, we're moving on.
No,
This is my
no.
show. This one was called the Mission of the Darians.
The Darians?
And special note, it featured guest star Joan Collins. You know, back when she was still hot.
I'd like to see
And
her
in fact, Martin Landau
Especially
woke
the
up in the
lady.
scene staring up her skirt.
Oh, my God. You see,
Yeah, you know, there's some perks in TV shows.
Just
Anyway,
misogyny.
she
That's all
represented the
this is.
Darians, and they were a race of people who had to flee their home planet because it got destroyed or became
good.
uninhabitable or some crap like that. And they were on their way to find a new home. Now, their ship was enormous. I mean, it was about the size of a large city, and it was just floating in space. And then, of course, our crew on the moon just happened upon it, and they went to investigate. And
What?
turns out there's only a handful of the original people left, but they're more or less immortal. And they were trying to steal the DNA from the humans to perpetuate their species. Meanwhile, they had some people that were living out in the rest of that space city, but they were all mutated descendants of the people, and they didn't really want anything to do with them. And they wanted to use human DNA and said, hey, join us, and together we'll form a new race on this new world we're headed to, and you'll be able to live as long as we do, blah, 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 blah. Of course, the message was there was a bit of a division and perhaps racism within their ranks, and that they didn't accept the mutants as their own people, even though they were. And they forced the situation by destroying their collection of DNA. And so the mutants managed to storm the city, and they're just going to have to learn to live with them. Well, that was a nice little happy message. Meanwhile, the mutants didn't realize all of this, and they were kind of stupid, and they thought the original people were gods, and they worshipped them and stuff. But then, of course, it all came crashing down, and the crew from Alpha Base decided, well, guys, figure it out, and they left.
Wow, that wasn't.
It actually, I'm making fun of it. It did have
Yeah,
a
you
more
are.
coherent plot, somewhat for it, but still,
Are you sure?
it's a
It
bad
sounded-
show.
Well, yeah.
But this one wasn't as bad as some of the others. So,
So you wasted time
the
on
Mission
this?
of the Darians. It's on YouTube, and there's
No,
other.
thank
I think
you.
Shout Factory has all the first season episodes up for anyone to want to watch. So
No.
I guess they're in better quality there, maybe. I don't know, but if that's what you want to
Okay.
do, check it out there. If you just want to look at some poor sci-fi show that tried.
No, that's okay.
I mean, for its time, the special effects aren't that bad, but
Well, that's not saying much.
it was just a really cheap Star Trek knockoff, and they said, no, we're not Star Trek, because we're traveling on the moon, which is the dumbest part of the whole premise.
Sure is.
But anyway, there you go. I finally got back to Space 1999. Hopefully I will do
finally,
more.
great.
I mean, I know I will. It's just a matter of me remembering to mention it.
That's
like I said,
okay.
this was probably for a month ago that I watched that one. And I kept forgetting to make mention of it. So.
All right. Thank you for watching and listening. So, why not like and subscribe and check out that link description below. That'll take you to my mini stores and have plenty of goodies for you. You know, hats, mugs, stickers, posters, all that goody stuff. Plus, you can head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book Night Night. Oh, yeah. Plus, you can also catch my podcast, Mr Nailsin Show, over at RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on my channel at BitChute. That's the Mr Nailsin channel on BitChute.com.